security is one of those things that used to be a person's job. You'd have a network manager, a storage manager, a security guy. Of course, security now is everybody's concern. How do you work and how do you advise organisations to make sure that security is kind of embedded throughout the organisation and everything they do?
There are some merits to still having a separation with security people and the business, particularly allowing security to sit slightly outside of IT, because to a certain extent your internal security people are like the policemen who are watching and testing and probing. Yes, so the security people at IT say, I want to do this, and the security people go, well, if you're going to do that, think about A, B and C, and yes, you can do that. So a good security person won't say no, a good security person will say yes, but. So yes, you can do that, but if you're going to do that, you need to address these things with security. But then the security function can also ensure that those things have been carried through a project. So rather than just think about security at the start, a good security function will then test that security has been applied appropriately and keep checking those security things. But yes, you are right that security, thinking about security, needs to pervade the organisation. Individuals need to be aware of it, because now more and more hacking attacks are not so much targeted at can I break your firewall, but they're targeted at can I break your people. Can I trick your people into doing something that will cause a security breach? Can I trick your people into clicking on this link, into accessing this email?
Of course, we see that every day with the banks, where consumers get emails asking them to confirm details and those things. I guess that's what happens internally within organisations as well.
Yeah, and people are quite focused now on, yes, I'll get somebody emailing my personal email to trick me into giving them my banking details or my PayPal account, etc. But the same sort of attacks can be targeted at businesses and trick the users in a business to think that they're logging into a business system and actually they're logging into an
I guess that the emails come from somebody within the organisation when actually it's coming from outside.
Yes. Yeah. So for example, there's a now commonplace attack for law firms that's called the Friday afternoon attack. And it basically goes along the lines of law firms often have certain transactions, like property transactions, that have a deadline of Friday afternoon, some of them 2 PM on a Friday. If you send an email, it looks like it's come from the partner at 1:30 saying, can you transfer £50,000 into this account? Then if a law firm doesn't have good internal systems, somebody will just pay that money.
Right.
And that's started with law firms, and a lot of law firms fell for that. That sort of attack of just sending an email from a manager to finance asking for a payment to be made is now starting to hit other organisations as well.
So of course hackers are becoming, organisations are becoming a lot cleverer, there's a lot of money behind it, they're well financed typically. But what makes a company vulnerable? What are people looking for when they're being hacked?
One of the myths is that you get targeted for who you are. Now some people do get targeted, so don't get me wrong, some people have particular information, whether it's credit card information or personal information, and some people are targeted deliberately for who they are. But more and more the attacks are not against people specifically, but an attacker is looking for weaknesses. So attackers will scan the internet looking for weaknesses, looking for ways in. When they find a weakness, at first they don't even know who that weakness is with. They're just looking for a way in. Once they've found a way in, they'll then say, right, where am I? And where can I go from where I've landed? And sometimes one of the weaknesses can be that you've got connections from third parties. So you've got relationships with other entities. They get hacked randomly, and then the attacker works their way into your organisation. So it's not just about an attacker attacking you directly, but it's about who do you have connections and what you might call trusted relationships with that a hacker could come through. But it is a myth that you only get targeted because somebody thinks you're worth going after. Because the danger of that way of thinking is you may think there's always going to be somebody who is more of a target than you.